Welcome to Candid Africa, truthful and unapologetic.
To my fellow African diaspora, my name is Ambassador Arikana Chihombori-Quao. The past couple of days, I have been inundated with phone calls and emails, text messages, and WhatsApp messages about what is going on in Zimbabwe, particularly pertaining to the issue of the compensation of white farmers for the improvements on the farms that were taken over by the government during the land redistribution program. Allow me to take you back in history, back to 1980. The treaty that was signed in order for the War of Liberation to end is called the Lancaster Agreement because it was signed in Lancaster in the UK. The Lancaster Agreement, when it came to the issue of the land, it clearly stated that from 1980 to 1990, the government of Zimbabwe would not discuss land redistribution. But beginning in 1990, the government will implement the land redistribution program. And when implemented, the compensation to the white farmers for the land was going to be made by Britain. Under no circumstances was Zimbabwe going to compensate the white farmers for the land. That was made very clear, and it remains the case today. The government of Zimbabwe, however, was responsible for compensating the farmers for the improvements on the land. That is, for any houses that may be on the land, for any irrigation systems, any dams that may be on the land. The Constitution said the government of Zimbabwe must compensate the farmers for these improvements. Now, I may have a personal problem with that because when they took the land 2-3 generations back, they did not compensate us. For some of us, for example, my own parents, my own grandparents, they had their land taken away and they were never compensated. However, we can say we did get the land back and we have accepted that, we moved on. I may disagree with that aspect of the Constitution, but let's be fair. It's in the Constitution. It has been in the Constitution since 1990 that the farmers would be compensated for the improvements on the land. So the past few years, the farmers have come back and said we were never compensated according to the Constitution, and they went back to the government and they were demanding their compensation for what was agreed back in 1980. So the government did their own evaluation of those improvements of the farms they'd redistributed. The farmers came up with their own evaluation. The variance was too wide, so they reached out to other evaluators outside the country of Zimbabwe for fairness. So different evaluators came, and for the past couple of years, the white farmers and the government have been negotiating. And finally, they came to the final figure, which was 3.5 billion. Here comes the problem. The government of Zimbabwe does not have the money. They understand, according to the Constitution, whether they like it or not, they're supposed to compensate the farmers for the improvements on the farms that were redistributed. Be it as it may, in the spirit of reconciliation, in the spirit of coming together as children of one Zimbabwe, regardless of your skin color, the government has agreed to this 3.5 billion figure. The government does not have the funds, so they've also reached out to the children of Zimbabwe who happen to be white and say, you understand the situation, the government has no money. So let's work together to find a solution to this. So the farmers have agreed to fundraise the money themselves. They're going to reach out to organizations, institutions, to Britain to fundraise the 3.5 billion. Those funds are going to come to the government of Zimbabwe, and the government of Zimbabwe is going to use those funds to compensate to the farmers for whatever they may have spent on the farms. Now, one might argue that why are they being compensated while the blacks, when the land was taken, they were not compensated? I tell you what, we got to move forward. We want the sanctions lifted. If this was a tiebreaker for getting the sanctions lifted, let it be. We need to move forward as a united children of Africa, as a united children of Zimbabwe, regardless of our skin color. This is about reconciliation. This is about bearing the hatchet. And it's also about abiding by the Constitution of Zimbabwe. The government of Zimbabwe, under the leadership of President Mnangagwa, are saying Let's move forward, children of Africa. Let's move forward, children of Zimbabwe. Let's bury the hatchet. And the white farmers too are coming in and saying, we will raise our own money because we know the government doesn't have the money. Whether we like it or not, I hope you all understand that this is being done in the spirit of togetherness, in the spirit of moving forward as children of one Mother Africa. White Zimbabweans, whether we like it or not, Zimbabwe is the only country they know. So let's come together. Let's create a Zimbabwe. Let's create an Africa that is free of racism, bigotry, and hate. Now, I know there are some who are very upset because we do have some white people who are fringes of the society who remain very racist. Those elements, we hope, in due course, they will dwindle away, that they will wake up and repent and understand that this world belongs to all of us, that we must live and strive to build a better world for our children regardless of their skin color, that our children must live in a better world, in a world that is free from any discrimination in any way, shape, or form. And that includes Zimbabwe. So in a nutshell, what is being done in Zimbabwe is something that's in the Constitution, whether I like it or not, whether I disagree with it or not, it is what it is. Let's move forward and let's support Zimbabwe in Zimbabwe's quest to have a united, peaceful, and prosperous Africa. Created, supported by both black people and white people who are Zimbabweans and any other friends of Zimbabwe who wish to join in this journey of building the Africa that we want. We are also asking our white brothers and sisters to understand that Africa belongs to all of us, and I hope not only are they going to participate in the building of a prosperous Zimbabwe, but they're also going to participate in the building of a prosperous and peaceful Africa. They're going to participate in the building of the Africa that we want. I thank you.
Did you like or hate what you heard? Let us know in the comments below.